one of the challenges about the future of technology, particularly around AI and the relevance of engineers and the tech people in tech, is that a lot less of them are going to be required in the future, because eventually the tech will start to take care of itself with AI, right? Technology will go into self-healing, and they'll be able to scope out technology, and they'll be able to integrate into an ecosystem faster. Even more so, something that's more complex down the line is that we are converging towards these big ICT, these big tech players, like we just talked about before, the Apples, the Microsofts, the Googles. So eventually we'll be, pretty much everyone is converging to these big three with a periphery of specialist tech organizations sitting underneath. An example of that, for example, is like Microsoft in business is a behemoth. It is unstoppable, and it's extremely convenient for organizations to invest into Microsoft and get a full suite of tech products for a pretty reasonable price and extremely convenient way to integrate it into a closed ecosystem, right? Same things applies to Apple. Apple is the king of consumer tech. We've talked about this before. Apple, in all its glory, has the iOS ecosystem and the Apple ecosystem, where you've got your applications, your devices, all sitting under iCloud. All of your applications go through the App Store they've created, and all of your information is kept secure and private through their encrypted messaging system, which is iMessage and the iCloud. They've been very, very good at encrypting and keeping users' data safe. Why? Because they don't need to sell it to anyone to make money off. Whereas Google has made their entire business model is based on understanding your information and selling your information to advertisers, i.e. SEO and search, which is the core of Google's business. Let's not forget that. So as these technologies and these ecosystems converge over time, and it's less about the physical technology, it's more about APIs and applications and sharing this information between all these common area platforms, engineers are going to be less and less required in the world. But if they, again, can marry that technical expertise and that knowledge and then marry it with the understanding of what makes people tick and what makes businesses tick and what society needs and integrates them both, that's a fucking potent force, right? If you think about your Bill Gates, if you think about your Steve Jobs, your Elon Musks, all of these tech billionaires have that deep understanding of both, right? Elon Musk is chief engineer at, I think, Tesla, or maybe SpaceX, right? But he does have a technical understanding, has a deep knowledge of physics that helps him develop rockets, that helps him understand how electricity works and how renewables work and all that sort of stuff. And then he applies that to what does society need and then puts things into the future that people go, yeah, that's fucking cool. I want that Tesla. I want to go to Mars, etc. Similar to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs completely changed the way that we consume information onto the devices with the Apple iPhone. And that was futuristic when it came out because we weren't using phones for information. We were just using them for calls and Snake, right? We didn't even have you couldn't even send nudes back then. They were great. They'd be just 7 pixels. So that, again, these great technologists understand what people need in the future. They understand the human condition. And then they throw and create something that's futuristic and what's something to aim towards. And generally society goes, that's fucking cool. Let's go that way.